6 of Chalk Talk. We're hitting the back stretch, or beginning to hit the home stretch of the football season now. We're into week 6, and we have 2 huge games on tap this week. Findlay High School at Lima Senior, a battle of undefeateds. Dave, what do you think?
Who would have thought 10 weeks ago that these two teams would meet up? Week 6 of the season, both of them 5-0. Lima Senior, maybe we knew they were up and coming, but Findlay, I don't think anybody gave them a shot. This is going to be, this might be one of those games where whoever has the football last wins it, because both teams can really put a lot of points on the board.
We talked a couple of weeks ago about the key to Findlay's success is they're playing more physical football this year. The key to Lima Senior's success this year, last year, under Mike Fell in his first year there, back at his alma mater, the former Ada Grove and Salina coach, they scored a lot of points, but boy, they gave up a ton. Now they're playing at least a reasonable defense, and now they're sitting at 5-0.
Defense, you hit the key point there. Defensively, they're not letting teams score 54, 60, 83 points against them. But at the same point, their skilled players are a year older and making all the big plays. I think the key with Lima Senior is what they're doing is, and Fell is an expert at this, you take your best athletes, you get them the ball in space, and then you let them use their athletic ability, and they're going to get big gains. It's not like they're throwing 50, 60-yard bombs for touchdowns. They're throwing
swing passes out in the flat and letting them run.
A slant pass, a bubble screen, and then letting the athletes take off and run. One of their top kids, Reuben Flowers, has already made trips to Kentucky and Michigan State. The quarterback, Darius Gordon, if he's not throwing for 300 yards, he's rushing for 150. The returning running back, Janelle Lyles, I think led the league last year as a junior, so he's back and he's talented. And they got another kid, Rico Stafford, who's Reuben Flowers is one wide receiver. He's 6'4", 180, and on the other side you can go with Rico Stafford. He's 6'5", 190, so just great talent.
Findlay's scoring a lot of points too, though. So what do you think is the difference here? What gives between these two teams?
What's going to be the difference, or
well,
whoever is able to stop the other team's offense is going to be able to get that. You're going to have a cushion, 2 touchdown, 3 touchdown cushion, and that's going to take that pressure off you to just keep every single possession score. So whoever defense comes up with a key stop here or there is going to have the edge in this game.
All right, our other big game on tap this week is, of course, going to be Friday night at Arlington High School. Liberty-Benton, 5-0. Arlington, 5-0. Andrew, you're going to be there. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I've seen most of the teams in the BBC play this year, either on film or in person, and with all due respect to the rest of them, these are the 2 best teams. And they just so happen to reside in the same division, which is unfortunate. But it's going to be a great game. Both of them have top quality offenses, top quality defenses. The series between the teams going into the 50th year is 24-1. So this will be the tiebreaker to see who pulls ahead. Now Liberty-Benton's won the last 12, and actually by an average score of 35-17. So it really hasn't been close in those meetings. And the last meeting for Arlington was in 2001, which most of these kids weren't even in kindergarten then. So the kids from Arlington don't know what it's like to beat Liberty-Benton, but I think this year they have the team to do it. Very experienced kids. I think the difference is going to come down to Fuller at quarterback for Arlington. Can he make plays with his arm, with his feet? Because they're really going to be gunning for Radick, obviously. He's the guy. Liberty-Benton, it comes down to Nathan Kraft and Austin Combs. Those are their go-to guys. If those guys can make plays, they have a shot. But it's going to be a great game. Arlington's averaging 42.8 points a game, giving up 9.6. Liberty's averaging 33.6, giving up 5.4. So something's got to give here. It could be a high-scoring game, it could be a low-scoring game. It's going to be interesting. But
Austin Combs from LB, Austin Radick from Arlington are the 2 best running backs in the league. Obviously, both defenses are going to try and take away those 2 first. So who has the advantage aside from the running backs?
I think it's Arlington. I think Kraft is probably a better quarterback, as you would say, a traditional quarterback kind of person, but Fuller is better with his feet, can make plays in the pocket and getting out of the pocket. and I give the skill guys edge to Arlington, which I don't think we can say a lot, but Aaron Starr and John Solt very fast on the edge, and they do a good job. They have been doing a good job of getting them the ball outside, little, outside screens, tunnel screens, things like that, getting them in space to try to help balance that run game because people are stacking the box against them. So I think they have more speed, more athleticism on the outside than Liberty-Benton, which I don't think we can say a lot when you talk about Arlington and Liberty-Benton. So I give the edge to Arlington, but I think it's a really close game.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up for this week. Be sure and check out thecourier.com on Friday night for all the stories and scores, and, of course, the paper on Saturday morning.